Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
Jerry.
Linda and Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers, and it's time for...
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
We think this is going to be a great show.
I think they're all great shows.
Ordinarily, we try to hold Mailbag Monday to about 30 minutes. This one might go a little over. We have so many great questions today. You'll want to be sure to stay tuned till the end for a real surprise. She made me go shave again right before the show. She said I had a whisker that was...
It was really white. I mean, really white.
Let's get right to our shout-outs.
We love getting correspondence from you all. We love to hear from you, and we really have a dedicated viewer that always writes to us, and that's Grace and Brian. They're from California, and thank you for sending us a postcard. And we had a nice letter from Carl and Rebecca from Kendallville, Indiana. We had a lot of Indiana correspondence this week, I think. Kathy and Scott from Sheldon, New York.
Sheldon.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Sheldon?
Yeah, Sheldon's that Big Bang Theory guy.
Sorry. Sheldon, New York. I don't know where that is. But anyway, they sent us, we got to show these.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable. Look
Yeah.
at this. Oh, my gosh. Yes. And see, Gizmo loves them. But this is the big one. Oh,
Yeah, this is
look.
this is his favorite. He got a little buddy.
He got a
You want that?
girlfriend.
We'll put her right there for you.
And then we also heard from John and Cindy. We had a visit with them. Tell us about John and Cindy.
Well, he's a woodworker like myself, and you know, so many of you relate to us, and then we meet you, and we relate to you guys. And John and Cindy brought us this. He makes these in his workshop back in Indiana.
It's so lovely. The LaBerne areas.
Yeah,
and,
really cool.
Love it. Love this.
He knows about our boys in the military, so he
they're
did
from
that.
back home.
And there's a American flag that he made, the same sort of thing. So thank you, John and Cindy. That was so nice.
Very proud of these. Thank you so much. We enjoyed our visit. And then we also had a visit from Stephanie and Larry, and they're also from Indiana. Aren't
Hoosiers, baby.
they? It's been a Hoosier week.
Well, they brought us this Irish mask,
Woohoo! Go
which-
Irish.
which is cool. We're not gonna do the show in the mask though.
No.
But Larry went to a banquet recently, and he thought of us way back then. And he met Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown.
Oh my
And he
gosh.
had Tim sign this for me. To Jerry, all my best, Tim Brown.
Gizmo loves it.
That is so nice. Thank you, Larry and Stephanie.
Very generous.
And by the way, they just bought a house down here. They
Oh, I know.
They came in and had the visit and got them a nice house down in Citrus Grove. So
They'll be happy. I think they're going to try to move in October. Didn't we hear them say that?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Exciting.
And finally, here's a little contraption I want you to think about. And we're going to explain what that is a little later in the show. Does anybody know what that is?
I do.
Let's take a look at some of the folks we encountered and received mail from this week. Did you guys notice Santa in those pictures? Santa visited the villages last year, maybe right before COVID, and we bumped into him, and he's also one of our viewers, by the way, so you're in good company. And Santa was so nice that he FaceTimed with our grandkids this past Christmas and gave them the thrill of a lifetime. So thanks so much,
Yeah.
Bob.
Thank you.
Let's move on to our first question. From Penelope Pitstop. That's another one of those cool names.
Yeah, I like that.
And she's a frequent writer. How long before you moved did you start the process of getting rid of stuff? Did you sell most of it, give it away, throw it out, or all of the above? And how long did the whole moving process take from home buying to moving there? Good question. We could dedicate a whole show for it, and I think we did after we first came here. It was a whirlwind for us. Now, something for the last few years had been nagging at us and tugging at us. In fact, I had the thought, you know what, we were 62, and I thought 10 years from now we'll be 72. And, you know, off and on, I've had back trouble and knee trouble, and I felt good at the time, and I said, you know what, we ought to start getting some stuff done. And we really kind of remodeled our house a little bit. We organized our basement, which had tons and tons and tons of toys and things like that, with no intention of moving. We just did it to do it while we can. We've both had relatives that have passed away, and that leaves a big chore when people pass away and you've got to sort through their stuff. So we tried to get that done. So a lot of it was already done, but still we lived there 33 years in the same house. But we came down here for a lifestyle visit on October 16th.
And that starts the ball rolling.
Yeah, be careful when you come down for your lifestyle visit. It's going to be a life-changing event, most likely. We went back home, ended up buying a house. From the time we made the offer on that house until we slept the first night in this house was probably 5 or 6 weeks. And so it happened fast, and we got rid of everything in 5 or 6 weeks. We talked to a couple of moving companies. We got some estimates. They came out. That all worked like clockwork. We put the stuff on a truck one day, and they met us down here the next night.
Yes.
That was it. So it goes fast once you make up your mind. But, you know, I've told you guys, that's the way we are, full speed ahead. From Mike and Lori Thurman. Hi, Jerry and Linda. Regarding moving to the villages, we're considering using pods, the shipping containers dropped off at your home for loading your stuff, and it's shipped to your new home for unloading. Can we use these to move, or are they not allowed?
Well, they're allowed. I've seen them.
We have seen them.
Sure.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're allowed if we see them. But like anything, you can park an RV, you could park a bus, anything at your house for a couple of days. I assume those pods aren't going to be there too long because you're renting them, or you know, you're paying by the day. So short term, we've seen them, and we've seen people use them.
This is from Chris and Terry, and the wife, I guess Terry, is 5'1", and when they purchased their golf cart, they found out that she couldn't reach the pedal very well, and she wants to know what did we do, and.
Well, we went out and did a little video for you, so take a look. That's a great question about being short and using a golf cart, because it is a problem for some people. And I'm going to show you how some people have overcome that problem. I'm sitting in a cart here with a special pedal. This is a pedal that's made to slip over the actual pedal of the golf cart, and you can see that it extends the reach by probably 2 or 2.5 inches. And that's made by a gentleman right here in our neighborhood, just a few doors down from me. And here he is. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how are you, Jerry?
Dave, that's a great invention, and it's perfect for people like my wife, who's 4'11", straining to reach that gas pedal.
Well, actually, I designed it for myself because I'm just a wee bit taller than your wife, so that's why I got it going. And a lot of people will put blocks of 2x4s on it. They spend $10,000 for a golf cart, and they put a block of wood on it or a piece of. A lot of people have used door stoppers, and there's this $10,000 cart with an ugly thing. This works so easy, and it just goes on like this. You slip it on, you push it down, and there's your pedal. And then if someone 7 foot tall comes along and wants to use the golf cart, they just take it off and they put it away, and there it is, as simple as that, for $20.
$20, and you designed and you manufacture these right here
in the good USA. Made in USA.
Well, it won't be for everybody, but it certainly will come in handy for people that need it. I'm going to show the folks back home why Linda does not need it.
Hi, Terry. This is my golf cart, and when I drive in my golf cart, I always pull the seat up. I'm lucky enough to have a golf cart that has 2 seats, and it has a button right here, a little lever that you pull, and you lift yourself up, and you are good to go. I can reach both of them perfectly. Before we got these adjustable seats, which are, by the way, a big markup, they're about $2,000 for these seats, these separate bucket seats. We used to have a cart that had a bench seat that did not adjust. So I had to use a pedal extender.
As you can see, there are several ways to solve that problem. The easiest is buy a cart with adjustable seats, but like we said there, those El Tiger seats, made in Indiana, by the way,
Oh my gosh.
are almost $2,000 upgrade. So you may not want that. You may choose the $20 pedal extender. That's what it was. It's a pedal extender. There are several different models and versions of these. But this is nice for the quick, put on, take off, change drivers, no problem. But Dave down the street, you saw him in the video, he makes those, and quite ingenious, really. And I'll put a link to his contact in the video description if you're interested in getting one of those. Jenny from New York writes, due to the amount of villagers plus all the additional housing in the area, I'm wondering, do you often find empty shelves at the local markets, such as Walmart, Sam's Club, Aldi, etc.? Jenny's from New York. I think the impact of COVID is probably greater there. But we went out and we went to some stores, and you can take a look here and see what we found. It's September. It's hurricane season. So sometimes there is a run on goods at the stores, but we haven't had any imminent hurricanes.
No.
So no big runs now. And the stores, as you can see, are completely stocked.
But also you got to take into consideration too, not all the snowbirds are back, but they will be, and we shall see in another month or so what it looks like.
Roger and Judy from Edmond, Oklahoma. Would you move and do it all again? It's one of our popular questions.
It is.
I would do it again. No, 100%, no doubt about it. Bring it on, let's do it. We're out of there.
Yes, we've had no negative experiences here, so we love it. So
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
It's a good move. We would definitely do it again. How did we discover the villages? Again, we've covered this. Roger and Judy, go to our channel and look at some of those back episodes. You'll find all these answers. But in a nutshell, we had some dear friends. One day we went to their house. We haven't told this story.
No.
We went to their house. They had a farm right next to our farm. And we love these guys. They are great. They're in their 90s now. Mm-hmm. But one day we went there and they said, we've bought a house in Florida. We're moving.
Shocked us.
It was just like a dagger. Mm-hmm. We were devastated. We did not want them to move. Kind of like the way that some of our family members felt.
Yeah.
So we understand that. But it was a good move for them. They're getting older. They wanted to downsize. They wanted to be closer to, and this was out in the boondocks where they lived. So they moved down here. Mm-hmm. And they moved to a development about 30 miles north called Stone Creek.
Yes.
We scheduled a trip to come and see them, and we scheduled a lifestyle visit up there. And I did my research on Stone Creek and the lifestyle visit, but every time I did the research, this little place called The Villages kept popping up.
We had never heard of it.
So I did what research I could, because there were no newcomers posting videos back then. There was Skip Smith, though. Skip, he's the dean of posters. And Skip gave us some information. But the more we saw about the villages, the more we realized, hey, On Top of the World, Stone Creek, Del Webb, for us, it didn't look like they measured up. So we canceled our lifestyle in their neighborhood and scheduled it here. And as you heard a minute ago, the rest was history.
And we have visited our friends in Ocala.
Yeah, they are great folks. John and Debbie Reformato live in New York. We get a lot of New Yorkers. The question we have is, can we grow tomatoes and other vegetables in pots in our backyard? I know some communities in Florida don't allow the growing of fruit trees because they attract rodents, but I don't know if it applies to vegetables. Yes, you can grow anything you want on your patio. You can have a planter in the yard with things. We don't see it too much.
We don't. I think it just takes a lot of extra care because the heat is a great big issue in the sun, and those plants could die from all that heat. And you just got to really watch them if you do a vegetable garden.
Well, it's a hobby for some. Like my father,
Sure.
I've spoken about him before. Man, what a gardener. He had a green
expert.
thumb.
Oh, he did.
If he moved down here, his neighbors might be upset because he'd probably have corn and pole beans.
You know what? Now you're making me miss Indiana. Those big beefsteak tomatoes that were like that big, maybe.
Yeah, what's with Florida, man? These tomatoes are puny and they're not delicious.
I miss Indiana.
And where are these Florida oranges that we grew up just dreaming about and loving to? We don't see them, and the ones we do get are no better than the ones we bought back in Indiana.
They were shipped up from California.
But I heard California oranges are your eating oranges,
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
And Florida would
Is
be
the
your
juice.
juice oranges.
Yeah. But
Well, there
anyway,
you go.
Yeah, but you can have a garden, a small thing, but you don't have a lot of land to do anything with, so pots.
Now you can't grow pot.
Don't grow pot.
Huh?
They might. It's getting legal here.
Vicky wants to know if the houses that are used for lifestyle visits are later sold as pre-owned. How often are they used for lifestyle, and are they always a house in the newest villages?
Well, we called on that, and they do sell them, but they don't know a specific time. There's no, in 2 years or whatever. They don't really tell us or anyone. So it's when they build more new homes, and then they put a new lifestyle section down there. So they have 3 current lifestyle sections. The Alden bungalows. What was the other one? Atwood bungalows, and in Christopher Villas. And that's Christopher Villas is down south of 44.
Yeah, that's where John and Cindy were staying that came here the other day
Right.
and gave us these wonderful plaques.
Oh, they have cute little homes there for the lifestyle stay. They each of the homes has a little name.
Yeah, those are cute. You saw them in one of our videos.
Yeah.
Morning Glory, I think, is the one that they stayed in.
Yeah.
And they all have neat little names, but
Right.
they'll sell them eventually.
Yeah.
And I think they were nice.
Yeah.
The one we stayed in for lifestyle was a 3-bedroom villa, a big one, a corner lot.
Oh, it was lovely.
Very nice. Buffy. I like that name.
Yeah.
Buffy.
It's cute.
Just wondering what impact, if any, is the COVID Delta variant having on the village's lifestyle and activities? Buffy, there's no movie theater here in Brownwood. It's been taken over as a treatment center for COVID. It's closed. But it's been closed for more than a year.
Yes.
And Spanish Springs Theater is also closed.
They're renovating. They're about finished with that.
And I think the one in Sumter Landing is open,
It is.
but only several days a week. But other than that, concerts are going on. Town squares are all operating. All the clubs that I know of are operating.
Yes.
Entertainment at the country clubs is going on.
Yeah.
The stores are all open. One thing we have heard is that businesses in and around the villages are having trouble getting workers. And
It's everywhere.
Yeah. So I think it's almost business as usual. We'll look forward to the opening of those movie theaters, though.
Yeah. I think Sumter Landing still has Mondays, $5 Mondays. We have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, we'll go. Clint Eastwood has a new movie. What's he, like 105?
Oh, I don't know. I saw the advertisement for it. Wonderful actor.
Jill and I met Clint Eastwood. Did I tell you that? I got to meet Clint. One day, a good friend and I, we took a group of students into the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
No, he was doing a trip for 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we walked in, and my buddy said, "Hey, Jerry, look over here. Look. I'm busy at the time. I'm like, what? He goes, look, right here. Look. It's Clint Eastwood. Sure enough, 10 feet away from us, there's Clint Eastwood standing there.
And guess who got tongue-tied?
Yeah, ordinarily, I mean, I would talk to the president. I would talk to anybody but Clint Eastwood. Come on. We're talking, I was just like,
He did talk to you, though.
yeah, he was nice. Very limited conversation, but he was willing, but I didn't want to bother him.
Yeah.
There were people everywhere in there, and I didn't want to start a rush on him. Jill and Todd, right? Do ice cream trucks drive through the villages?
Oh, man. That's a great idea.
We can't have that, Jill and Todd, because if they did,
I'd be out there every day.
I mean, you know how the kids run after the ice cream. These old folks would be running after it and break a hip, and hurt themselves.
Wait for me.
There is a company called Mystic Ice Cream, and they have a truck, but it's more of a food truck kind of thing, and it does come around.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, it doesn't come around. It goes to different places.
Yeah, it goes to different places. Some places call that coming around. But it won't drive down through your neighborhood and slow down for you to run out and get an ice cream.
The dilly bar. Remember the cherry dilly
Yeah,
bars?
I wish it would do that. Jill and Todd also write, how many people from the West Coast live in the villages? I have no idea. I have no idea, but I know that we get letters every day from people in California that are looking for homes here. And like we said, the same from New York. So we have people that are coming from far away. Yeah. I think one of our letters today is from Saudi Arabia.
Wow. I'm looking out the window today because there just went a monarch butterfly, and one of my neighbors is joined the butterfly club, and she's hatching her own butterflies. And I just saw one of hers fly by. It's so neat.
Patrick asks if we can show him a good map that shows the boundaries of each village. I can't find one, he said. I can find maps with general locations of villages, but not one that shows the villages with each village's boundary.
That's a dilemma, because who knows?
Yeah.
We don't know.
We go on our bike rides. You've heard us commentating.
Yeah.
Or is it commenting?
Both.
We're commenting.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I'm not sure if we're still in Dunedin or if we're in Lake Deaton.
Yes.
I don't know if we're in Lake Deaton. We might be in Hillsboro. Mm-hmm. Or is this Fernandina, or are we in Charlotte?
I wish there was a little pole or something with a little sign.
Well, I mean, but it would have to be
small.
It would be very difficult to do. But we don't know of any map. You can see maps that will, like you said, show a general location, but not one that shows the exact.
Yeah, there may be one that exists, but we have not come across it.
Ron from San Diego. Ron's a frequent writer. We appreciate his comments and questions. When you take Gizmo out for an evening potty break, do you apply a bug repellent to protect yourself from mosquito bites?
I do not. No, I do not like any repellent on my skin. I mean, I will do sunscreen, and that's the limit, and lotion. I don't like chemicals like that on me. And mosquitoes are not terribly bad. I mean, after 7 or 8, maybe you might hear one buzz, but the next day or two or whatever, that truck will come through that will spray in the neighborhood. So I don't get a lot of mosquitoes, and I definitely don't put anything on top of Gizmo. No.
Christine writes, we go back and forth from the villages throughout the year. Sometimes we leave on a day that's not a trash day, and we have trash to get rid of. Is there a place in the villages where we can dump a bag or two I'm assuming it's not okay to leave it outside for a day or two. We don't know of anywhere you could take your trash and dump it. But we do know that when people go home, for like snowbirds, for example, they may leave on a Wednesday and trash pickup is on Thursday, they'll put it out. Or they might leave on a Tuesday and trash pickup is on Thursday and they might put it out. It's not really a good thing to do because they'll be gone. And if something tears into their trash, you've got a big mess. We're supposed to wait until at least 5 p.m. the night before your trash is picked up. And even then, a lot of people are discouraged from that because of, you may have seen the video we posted sometime back of a crow flew down and pecked a hole in that bag and just started slinging paper plates and toilet paper and you name it.
Yeah, I guess you could, like, let's say the garbage pickup Saturday and you're leaving on vacation on Friday. I guess you could ask your neighbor, can you go over and take out my garbage? Or you can leave your garbage bag with your neighbor, next door neighbor, if you had one garbage bag.
That would be ideal. Here's a little video that we took that kind of shows what the neighborhoods look like the night before trash pickup. Trash pickup days here in our neighborhood are on Thursday and Mondays. This is the night before, about 5:30 p.m. You can see a few neighbors have begun putting trash out. Why do they do it? Well, our trash pickup is about 7 in the morning, maybe even before. But today's question, and look, there's some paper bags, you see that? That was the way we put out yard waste before. It's all together now. But the question was about large items. Large items like refrigerators, beds. There's a grill right there. Now that grill's small enough they can throw that in the back of a truck if somebody doesn't come along and pick it up first. But other big items must be scheduled in advance. You can tell that not too many people put their garbage out early. It just makes for a nicer neighborhood when the garbage is not out on the streets. Our garbage men do a fantastic job. And by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, it will all be gone. You'll never know what was out there. Ricky thinks we have an accent.
Who, me?
What you talking about, Ricky? Come on now. He says, I know y'all are from Indiana, but I detect some Southern in your speech, especially Linda, but also Jerry. Are either of your family backgrounds from Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, somewhere like that?
Well, my grandmother came from Tennessee. My mother's mother. But no, we used to live by Louisville, Kentucky, and we picked up the I.
We were a stone's throw from Louisville. And with family members in the past that have been from Kentucky.
You had Kentucky. Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Mm-hmm. And my favorite food is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's true.
I think.
Besides Spam.
No, that's a joke. By the way, speaking of food, and I told you this was going to be a long show. If you're still with us, thank you. I'm allergic to sugar. Can you believe that? How sad is that?
And the pork.
And pork. Mm-hmm. So if I eat sausage or maybe I put some Starburst candy on top of a sausage and eat it, I may go into anaphylactic shock. Is that what you call it?
Yes, but that's serious stuff there. But, I mean, he does with any ham or sausage or pork chops, which he loves. And sugar, oh my gosh, the treats and sweets he loves. But he gets a cough or a, he's do this.
That's why I'm kind of doing that this morning because for breakfast I had one biscuit with a little jelly on it.
And the jelly had sugar.
Yeah. From Tom and Marie. How common are power outages in the areas of the villages that have underground power lines? Is SECO quick to restore power normally? Yeah, we've covered this. Another one of those questions we've covered a lot of times. We have underground utilities everywhere in the villages that I know of. Now, there are the big feeder lines that come through. You'll see them right down through the golf courses.
Yes.
But our utilities are underground, and we've been here almost 3 years. Can you believe that? Almost 3 years. In less than 2 months, less than 3 months, we will have been here 3 full years. And we've had 1 or 2 minor power outages for an hour,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's it. As far as those whole house generators, we don't see them very often. A couple people have them that we know of here, but not many. Here's one from Simon. Simon's in Saudi Arabia. Like I said.
Wow.
With all the thunderstorms in the villages during the summer, any thoughts on a whole house surge suppression system? Odd that you would ask that, because they're pushing those right now. The electric company is selling them, and we got a notice a couple days ago for $5.95, and these numbers are approximate because I'm doing it from memory, but $5.95 a month, they will put a whole house surge protector to protect you from power surges.
Yeah.
And
Protect your TVs and
there's
everything.
a small installation charge. The villages appeal to us. This is from Kathy. Because of all the pools. Are there webcams at the adult pool locations where you can see how crowded the pools are before you venture out? No, Kathy, they're not, because if you thought somebody was watching you with a camera while you're at the pool, I mean, that's not, you wouldn't feel comfortable, would you?
No.
Huh?
No cameras.
No cameras at the pools. Kathy Cornelius. Hi, Mr. Jerry, Miss Linda, Gizmo. Now, there's a Southerner, I can
There's
guarantee
a Southerner.
you. She's got those nice manners.
Mrs. Linda, Mr. Jerry. Aw.
When you guys moved from Indiana, did you bring your car or did you buy a car when you got there? I've heard the process to transfer tags and title can be quite difficult. If you did bring your car, did you have any issues regarding the DMV? Good question. It definitely made us glad that we had downsized from 3 vehicles to 1. We had a Jeep Wrangler, loved that Jeep.
It was so
Had a
fun.
Ford 150 pickup truck, loved that truck. And we had a
Our van.
Kia Sorento. And I love that Sorento. That's all we have. When we got here, we found out they charge something like, and this is just from memory again, $400 per vehicle just to bring it to Florida. And then you have to pay tax, registration, and whatever. But we found that tax and registration is cheaper than we paid in Indiana. And it's good for 2 years.
It is.
So we felt like, all in all, good deal here. We trimmed a few of the questions out today because obviously we were going a little bit over with time. So we're going to break right now. Let's break right now. We're not going to break right now. Hey, Gizmo, you ready to do your question? You ready? Let's see what Gizmo has to say this week.
Susie writes, Gizmo, do you get car sick when you go for long rides? And do you like the golf cart? Can you ride in the golf cart comfortably? Susie, have you been watching? I absolutely love the golf cart rides. I can't wait. When I see Dad putting on his shoes, I figure we're going somewhere. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And car rides don't bother me a bit. Because you see, I'd rather be with Mom and Dad no matter what we're doing or where we're going. Thanks for the question, Susie. I've been wanting Mom and Dad to take us on a little vacation, somewhere nice where we can play and have a good time, but the last time we went somewhere on an airplane, they lost our luggage. Dad pressed it, but sadly, he lost his case. His case. I get it? It's been a rough day.
We had a question this week. It says, Jerry, have you ever considered doing Linda's hair yourself? Trips to the beauty parlor can be quite expensive. We heard you mention that on a past show. What are you laughing?
That was really good. Just a good question.
I have considered it. I mean, how hard could it be, really, right?
Yes, when I come home and I said I spent $200 and it never really looks different. It may have, the roots are better, but it doesn't really look different.
Well, we have decided that today for you, this is the surprise we were going to bring you at the end. We are going to do it.
Jerry's going to do my hair.
I'm going to give it a shot. So stay tuned for that. What a trooper she is to let me dye her hair. I watched a YouTube, so I'm good. First, I'm going to wash her hair. Too hot, she said. Too cold, she said. Too hot again, she said. There's a fine line between too hot and too cold. It's hard to get it just right. This is like a spa day for her. Need to color these roots a little bit. This might not be exactly the right color. This color is fiery chestnut. Sure hope she likes it. I know that she wants it redder, so I'm going to add a little red. Still a little bit dark. I'm going to add something to lighten it up a little. She said, "What's that smell?" I've seen them do this at the salon. I want to give her the full treatment. This has been great. I sure hope she likes it. You can save about 99 bucks if you catch Publix with a BOGO. Here she is. She's a little afraid to show you. She thinks it's a little radical. I think it came out good. I like it. I really like it. I hope you guys do. Let's see. Show them. Show them. It's okay.
It's a little too much. Do you think it's too much?
I like it.
What do you all think?
Hey guys, we're so glad you came with us for this edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Remember, send those questions into villagesnewcomers@gmail.com. And we really appreciate each and every one of you.
And if you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button. Until next time.
See you when you get here.